This is bait, life outside the Federal Witness Protection Program. A very dangerous way to exist.
Skinhead, deadhead, everybody, gun bad, situation, aggravation, everybody, allegation, innocence, on the news, everybody, dog food, bang bang, shot dead, everybody, gun bad. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Beat me, hate me, you can never hate me. Will me, drill me, you can never kill.
What is bait? Hey, it's Susie. Welcome to today's episode of War Crimes Unit. Nice to see ya. Okay, you'll see this on my videos, bait. Well, bait is actually a concept that my well-educated friends and I came up with back in 2006 when we were hashing out every discrepancy to that date that involved my little boy Adrian. And what we kept questioning is that why are these things occurring and why is law enforcement not doing anything? You know, you make police reports, like Senior Special Agent Peter Lazar with Homeland Security Investigations said, make police reports. You make the police reports. They don't do anything, nothing changes, nothing gets resolved. Why he doesn't do anything himself, I don't know. And then, ongoing. So the concept was, and because in this particular case, we knew that the FBI was involved, or an FBI task force, based on a report that I made to the FBI, based on a cop telling me to make a report to the FBI. So basically, just understand the FBI is involved. So our unanimous conclusion, my friends and I at that time, is that we were being used for bait by the FBI, right? Okay, so it continues to today. I just had to deal with stalking sex predators. There was a gentleman this morning that had approached me, just casual conversation, and later on this afternoon he caught me in the same spot and was pressuring me, or propositioning me, I should say, for sex. Okay, and I told him no. Then I had to deal with stalking sex predators at the McDonald's, the 24-hour McDonald's in town last night. So I had to deal with that. My nursing employment is getting hacked nationwide. California, literally just nationwide. All my nursing companies, all my nursing employment, including the most recent event in Tucson, Arizona, and the next medical staffing in Dayton, Ohio, scamming, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars from about $800 or $900, and only leaving me with an $82 paycheck. So what they've done, they've stung me in Nogales, Arizona, to send the sex predators out. And why would the FBI do this? So the FBI, I got them in trouble with Congress 4 years ago, and so they want to build a case that would support that they're justified, right? So then we got the other side. Then we got Homeland Security, like my new agents and stuff, But the trouble is that I make reports to them, or I make reports through the police, or I make reports up through them, and nothing ever changes either. So nothing's changing in both directions. It's not being solved from law enforcement on this side based on law enforcement on the other side causing the situation. See, keep in mind, I live next door to an undercover drug detective in Dayton, Ohio, the one that actually connected me to the FBI, so I know how these guys work. I know that they use informants. I know that they pay people off. My brother was an informant for Dayton police. So, you know how they work. So I will not be engaging in sex with anybody just because a bunch of corrupt law enforcement wants to be intentionally negligent and not resolve any of these non-payment issues by these nursing companies that they created in the first place. I will not engage in any kind of sexual activity. I will actually probably, let's see, it's either I will sit and rot and starve and dehydrate on the streets of Nogales, Arizona, before I let another one of these stalking sex predators take advantage of me. There's just no way I'm just not going to do it. It is human trafficking. And then we got the other flip side of the coin. I saw a YouTube video where former ICE Director John Morton was talking about human trafficking cases. And he was actually talking about, when it comes to these kinds of complex cases, they have to build a case. Okay, the case has been going on for 10 years. I mean, I know I got new agents just in the last couple of years, but the case has been going on for 10 years. So, so anyway, I'm not just going to be used so somebody can build a case in the other direction either. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm just not going to play into it. I was down in Texas last year, and the police were pretty corrupt, and a U.S. Border Patrol agent had to call and out the Arlington, Texas police for me. And I was in Cameron County, and this domestic violence advocate took me to the sheriff's office there in Cameron County. This one investigator, he was like, he goes, if you know that these guys do it, why do you participate in it? And it's like, you know, you get jacked in these situations, and sometimes you don't realize that you're jacked in the situation until you're already in the situation. So these days, what I just do is if I just isolate myself from anybody and do like literally trust nobody, isolate myself from anybody, then nobody can hurt me. Nobody can try to hurt me, and that is in of itself human trafficking as well. All else fails. You see that hill back there? About 2 blocks away from Mexico. That hill back there is Mexico. All else fails, I go back and I sit in Mexico, hang out near the Federales, Mexican immigration, the Policia, and the Mexican military. Today's episode of War Crimes Unit. Keep your stun gun or machine gun handy. There's war criminals and terrorists out there. Not me and not my son. I'll see you next time.